What's up, America? This is Kim with Geauga Firearms Academy. Thanks for watching. Today we're going to check out the Tactica belly band. So let's get started. To clear up the confusion on the similarities, Tactica is actually like the female line of alien gear, so that's why you're going to notice a lot of their projects are similar, but it's a brand that's made just for women by women, so it's a lot more focused on, being more concealed and how women dress. So I was really excited to get this belly band because it has one of the things that I've been wanting, which is a nice trigger guard, and it's also very comfortable, which I haven't found in any other belly bands before. So I was really excited to get to try it, and hopefully it'll be a good option for a lot of women who maybe don't wear a belt or, want to wear yoga pants, or, you just, it's hard to dress with a gun belt and holster every day. And I understand that. So let's look at it further. We'll go over how you wear it in just a moment, how to draw with it and all that stuff. But before that, let's just look at it a little closer. You can see it has a really pretty pattern here on the front. It's a hook and loop system to put it together, and it's holding up really well. I've worn it for several weeks now. It's very, very, very comfortable. I have to say, I've worn it all day for, many days, and it didn't move around. It wasn't poking at me. It wasn't scratching at me. So it's very comfortable. It has this nice, like I said earlier, trigger guard. And it has these spacers or grommets, I don't know what you want to call them, so you can change the retention. I'll talk about what I did with that in just a moment. The back is neoprene. It's very similar to the alien gear inside the waistband holster. So if you've had that before, I find it to be really comfortable and really breathable, especially when you look at the belly band itself. It's nice and thin. There's a lot of those corset holsters out there, and I always make jokes like I feel like I'm wearing a fat suit because they're really thick and heavy. And if you lived in like a hot environment, or even here in the summer, it gets pretty warm, that's not going to be so comfortable. One thing we notice a lot of shooters who, are just getting into training and actually, practicing drawing from the holster that they make is their retention's much too tight. And this one came with, it has 3 sizes. You can have the small, the medium, or the larger spacers like I was talking about. So this should be a medium retention, and I want you to see how hard it is to get this out. I mean, obviously I'm going to be wearing this on my, body, so it's going to be a little easier, but the retention on here was crazy. I mean, you're literally going to have to just rip it out, and you're not going to have a nice smooth draw like I like to have. It came with this nice bag. I actually like it because you could store it. I have a lot of holsters, so they usually end up in a bin, and sometimes the stuff, the accessories and the parts for them get all mixed up and lost, so I like the little bag it came with. And then in the bag, it has the instructions, which is very simple. It's nothing hard. It came with those extra spacers, like I said, and some different screw sizes. So if you wanted to go with the larger ones like I went for, there's larger screws, there's extra screws, and an Allen key. So you can fix that. It's a really cool design. It's kind of like a holster and a belly band hybrid mixed together. So you don't need a belt or anything. It comes all, you can wear your leggings, your yoga pants with it. One thing I wish is that they had more options. Like it's just set up in this position. You cannot move it any other way. Like I prefer to carry in the back just because of how I dress. I always prefer to pick carry methods that are similar to how I normally carry because that's how I train. So I don't really like to prefer to switch it around all the time. One thing about this position is it's kind of unusual. Like it's not exactly how you would wear an appendix, so it wouldn't really fit people who normally would draw appendix style. It'd be a little bit of a different draw. And then I've even thought about getting the left-handed one and then putting it in the back to draw. Maybe I'll try that next to see if that works. But for how I dress and my body type, putting something in the front isn't always the best concealment for me. And I did try it with different things, so I'll show you some different images so you can see what it worked with and what it didn't. One thing I found that really helped was putting my pants on top of it, whether it was jeans or yoga pants, leggings, whatever it was. I found that really helped conceal the gun a lot better. I took some pictures of me just wearing it where it's on top of my pants, and you could really see it through my shirt. So when I put this on, it's not like super noticeable, but it is printing a little bit. So I would have to wear an even larger shirt. So it's not like you can just wear whatever you want. You still have to make some adjustments to your wardrobe and what you wear. Let's look at drawing with it. So we're going to pull our garment up, we're going to grab it, and present. So one more time, real slow, pull our garment up and get a nice purchase on it, draw it out, The one thing, I mean, even with the loosest retention, that retention's really, really tight. So it's really hard to have that nice, smooth draw. I'd like it to be even a little bit looser. Overall, I love the safety aspect of it. I love that it has an actual trigger guard. The comfort's there. The pricing is great. I mean, when you look at it compared to most belly bands, there's those really high-end ones that are actually terribly made, not comfortable, and not safe. And they're sometimes even double what you're going to pay for this. So price-wise, it's a good option. Great for people who like to carry in the front. You know, work with it. Make sure you go home, unload your gun, dry fire practice to make sure you can smoothly do it safely as well. If you guys are interested in this product, I'll put the links below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. I always appreciate that. I love hearing from you guys. So if you could leave me a comment, share it with your friends. If you haven't already, make sure you follow us here on YouTube. You can follow us on Instagram, on Facebook, and we put all of our premium content on Patreon. Until next time, remember, it's always better to be judged by 12 than carried by 6.